dire for knowledge, you know? And you were just exactly everything that I am like looking for on YouTube. Like I sit here and just YouTube videos all day long. So everything that you did, I yearned to learn. And it was I told her, I came home and I was like, she didn't like me to come with my shoes on, but I ran in and I was like, we had a transformational day. Like, it was transformational.
Can you share why it was?
Well, we have trouble. Rosie has, I hate to say this, but little respect for me. And I think no fault to her own, she was never taught that and never taught patience. And being able to come to a home barn, I'm now able to pay more attention to that and teaching her that. And having Wylene come here and giving me the confidence to teach her that and teach me how to deal with those issues like head on and in the moment.
And do you feel like that you had been making excuses for her about pressure?
100%.
So what happened when I put pressure on her? How was that for you?
It was terrifying. I thought I was gonna like have a heart attack. Like my blood pressure was through the roof, but it was, I know, especially like being somebody who trains people, like you have to, I know what it takes. So even though I was internally having a heart attack, I was like, this is exactly what I needed, because all trainers need trainers. I needed that, like someone to support me, to support my horse.
Right.
And
what was it like when you experienced the laydown, when you actually laid up there? How was that for you?
it was like I was one with my horse.
Okay.
And it also showed, I knew like what it meant for her, like knowing that I could have control of my horse. Like it meant for me, one, like the bond that I had with my horse, but it also meant that I could like take that control, and I don't know the right word, like I have the ability to
Control the horse's body.
control
really.
the horse's body.
Do you feel like people should do the laydown, not so much for their horse, but more for them?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you notice a difference in her at all? Did you notice any change?
I think she had more respect for me, more patience, more respect for herself, I think.
Yeah.
And less anxiety. I think like the fact that she loves to pace and loves to like the whole moving her feet. It is, I know it's in her mind and it's all mental.
But the power is where
your feet are.
it's in those
where the feet
things.
are.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous. Like you do not want, my biggest fear, which like you kind of need to take that fear away, but my biggest fear is like, oh, she could hurt herself, she could hurt somebody else, and you need to like eliminate that.
And so when I first originally hobbled her together and her feet were tied together, how was that for you? You said that was worse.
It was 10 times worse. Like 100.
Because she did rear up and try to run away. But
Yeah.
what happened once she reared and ran away? She figured out,
Oh my gosh, then like it was on what 5 minutes felt like an hour to me was priceless, because within 5 minutes she was like, oh, okay, I have to stand, and if I just like stand here, everything is fine. And what she does, the 20 minutes that she paces and like works herself up and gives us all anxiety, like she's jumped out of our ring before, like that's dangerous.
Right. And again, it goes back to controlling her feet. So I think just a few days ago when we did hobble her, and then we did lay her down, and then I rolled her onto her back. That was another really cool thing that I did. But you didn't think that was like possible in just that amount of time that we had. And I said, oh, if I could just get her to the ground, I think it would change her.
Yeah.
But she did it in a very short amount of time.
Totally. And it's in the last couple of days, she lets me touch her ears. She didn't let me do that before.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I don't really love that, but like.
But she can handle things better.
She can handle it. She handles, people around. She handles noises. She trusts me more think she trusts like the environment more.
Well, and I think that that's why when I spent that time with her the last trip I was here, where I took her for a day or two, I just didn't make any excuses for her. And in a very short amount of time, she changed her whole entire song and dance. And she was an incredible horse.
We make excuses for horses like we make excuses for kids.
Right.
Like, we don't want to hurt them. We don't want to, like, these are 1,000-pound animals. Like, they can hurt us if we don't have control and we don't have, like, that bond.
Well, I think she seems like she's a lot softer now.
She is, and I am more confident.
Ah, there we
Like,
go.
I am more confident, and like, as riders, whether you're just riding for pleasure, whether you're just riding, whether you're, you know, I do hunters, jumpers, like, all of us should all have a Wylene experience, because it's not just about the, you know, like, extreme part. It's about a relationship with your horse. If you do not have that, if you don't understand that, you don't have anything, really.
So you recommend it? You think people should do laydowns?
100%.
Yeah.
You know, and
It just showed up that day. It was really
Yeah.
interesting. I don't normally do that while I'm here, but I just
for sure for me, and I would 100% recommend it, like, for all the big barns, for our competition kids. Like, we have our little rider here who had a great lesson with Wylene, and she does the competitive large pony hunters, and I think the relationship that she'll have with her ponies, just knowing, having more knowledge about the trust that you can have with your horse, is vital for these kids.
awesome. Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.